It was well known that Randy and his hand carried knives, and I was in my house when it happened. Sure enough, the knives came out as they tried to rob Jeff and his brother Lou. When suddenly Jeff attacked first, he stabbed Randy and Keith and gave Troy a good punch in the throat. I think he even broke one of their arms. Anyway, the bus was about to show up, so they fled. No doubt, they would have been blamed for it. Later that day, I seen Jeff in the hallway, and he looked strangely happy. He wasn't outwardly creepy, but something about the way he looked sent shivers down my spine. Later when they went home, the cops showed up to arrest Jeff, but instead they took Lou. He must have taken the blame in his brother's place. Jeff stood there in the driveway crying for what seemed like hours. A few weeks later, I saw him in the hallway at school again. He looked so sad. I felt like I should talk to him. I said that he had a friend, and that I would be willing to testify at Lou's hearing, but he just walked off. That weekend, I was doing homework, and there was a birthday party across the street. I went to close my window when I saw Jeff playing in the backyard with the kids. That's when Randy and his goons showed up, armed with guns this time. I didn't see everything, but his parents told me what happened. Randy beat the crap out of Jeff, even smashing him through some glass. Eventually, Jeff managed to overpower Randy, and even beat him to death. That's when Keith and Troy started shooting at Jeff. They then chased Jeff through the house to the bathroom, where Jeff ripped one of the towel racks off the wall, and got Troy upside the head, killing him. Jeff and Keith got into a struggle and ended in the bathroom covered in flammable liquids. Keith actually lit himself and Jeff on fire. I had already called 911 and had gone over to help, although I don't know what I was going to do. But when I got there, I saw Jeff engulfed in fire. I actually tried to put out the fire with my coat, but someone came out with a fire extinguisher and the ambulance showed up soon after. I actually visited him in a hospital a couple of times. I don't know why, considering I saw something sinister in him. Maybe it was sympathy for what happened, I don't know. The last time I visited, I met his parents, who explained what happened before I got to the house, and even invited me to supper when Jeff came home. I now realize how lucky I am to have avoided that horror. I only caught a glimpse of him when he got back from the hospital. He looked terribly pale leather-looking skin, and it looked like he was laughing uncontrollably. I don't know what exactly happened, but people say that he killed his whole family and vanished into the night. A couple months later, we moved here, and now it sounds like he followed me here.